Yo, how's it going, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and we have a new episode title and summary for an upcoming episode of Pokémon Horizons, that being episode 47. Normally when I make these videos, I usually try to cover at least 2 episodes that are upcoming, just because with one episode there's not a whole lot to talk about. However, with the summary here, there is some pretty interesting information in it, so I wanted to make this video. Another thing to note is that we're not going to be having an episode airing on the 26th. And we know this because the Anipoke PR page on Twitter, they post a calendar every month, and there's a star next to pretty much when the episode airs, which obviously it airs on Fridays, but if you don't see a star next to that Friday, or a Friday in the month, I should say, then there's no episode airing. But if there's a star there, expect an episode to air. And if it's sparkling, then it's a super important one, like episode 46. So yeah. Just wanted to put it out there that there's not going to be an episode airing on the 26th. So anyways, let's talk about this episode now. Now, real quick before I get on with the video, I just want to say if you're someone that's brand new to the channel and you like this type of content, it'd be pretty cool if you subscribe to the channel, like the video, watch it to the end, and hit that notification bell. All these factors are really important and I would definitely appreciate it. I talk about the Pokemon Horizons series in videos like this. I do live streams, whether it's video game live streams, or I do the live streams for the Pokemon Horizons episodes, which I usually do on Saturdays around noon Eastern Time Zone. So if you like this all, it'd be pretty cool if you sub to the channel and all that good stuff. Anyways, back to the video. Now, Pokemon Horizons episode 47 airs on April 19th and is titled Liko and Florigato. Put all your heart into it. Liko, Roy, and Dot have gone to visit Katie, the gym leader of Cortando Town, for Liko's Terastal training assessment test. They make it to her shop, the patisserie, and I believe in English it is soapberry, something like that at least, without any issues, but then Sango from the Explorers barges in and the situation somehow turns into a confectionery cooking competition. How will Liko and Florigato's Terastal training go? Oh my goodness. Well, isn't this interesting? So, I can immediately tell that this is essentially taking the place of the gym challenge from the games. So instead of Liko, Roy, and Dot individually taking on the league and going up against the gym leaders and going to the Pokemon League and all that stuff and becoming champions, instead of that, they're just doing this for terrestrial training. So they'll go up against maybe 1 or 2 gym leaders during their assessments and then get their Terra Orbs. Something like that at least. And it looks like the first one up is Liko, which I guess makes sense, since she's the one with the evolved Pokemon here, whereas Foy, Coco, and Quaxley are still unevolved. But that's neither here nor there. But we're dealing with Liko versus Katie first, so what I can immediately see here is that this first episode is probably just going to be like the trial from the games. In this case, it's going to be a cook-off against Sango, which we'll talk about her in a second. But this episode's more so the trial, like the assessment test, and then the actual test is going to be like episode 48, which will be Liko versus Katie. And that's probably how this is going to follow through each of the characters. They're going to get like a trial where they have to overcome something, or it's just similar to the games. And then they face off against the gym leader and then get their Terra Orb, something like that at least. That's the way at least I see things going. Now anyway, speaking of Sango, I have to say that I really like the fact that she's involved here. And I actually am hoping that the Explorers are going to be prominently featured throughout this arc. It already seems like that's going to be the case. But I'm already liking this because the Explorers did kind of disappear for a little bit there from like episode 35 to episode 42. And then they finally came back in episode 43. So the fact that they're here, at least Sango is, and is directly competing with Liko here, I'm all for it. I want more Explorer interactions. I want them to interact more with Liko and Roy and Dot. I just want to see them more. And I like that the series is giving us this. Like, I don't think they're going to be like Team Rocket 2.0 or anything. But I just want to see them more prominently featured in the series. And it looks like that's going to be the case. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen for like Roy's assessment or Dot's assessment. But hey, we get at least Sango here. So at least it's a start. So I'm very curious to see where things go from here. And I'm wondering if any other characters are going to be here with us as well. Like, is Nimona going to be watching as well? Is Anne going to be here? Even though she's not mentioned in the summary. But are we going to have other characters kind of witnessing all this? I'd like to see that. And I'm very interested to see what's going to go down in this episode and the following one. So I guess look forward to this episode when it airs on April 19th. And that's all I got for this video. So in the comment section down below, post your thoughts. What do you think of this episode, and what do you think is going to happen in the following episode? Obviously, we don't have an episode airing on April 26th. So next episode is likely going to be coming early May. So what do you think is going to be happening? Do you think it's going to be like an assessment test for each character, and then they face off against the gym leader to get their Terra Orbs, or at least train with them? Or it's going to be something else? Is it going to be different for each of these characters? Are we potentially going to see like an assessment for like Anne or something like that? Who knows? But I'd like to hear from you guys, so post your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you're new, subscribe, like the video, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. And yeah, that's all I got. So anyways, guys, have a great rest of the day wherever you're at, and I will see you all later.